Take California.
Kalifornien är den delstat i USA som har varit mest engagerad när det gäller främjandet av energieffektivitet och andra miljövänliga åtgärder. De har också lyckats bäst med att påverka den amerikanska miljöpolitiken i stort. Vi har gjort ett besök i staden Santa Monica strax utanför Los Angeles för att få reda på mer.
Santa Monica started in the early 90s looking for ways to design an integrated approach to sustainability. We created something called the Santa Monica Sustainable City Program. And the program was created in 1994 really to help us realize our vision. One of the programs that we're looking at now is a program called Solar Santa Monica. And the goal of this program is to combine energy efficiency, distributed generation, and solar photovoltaics so that we become a net zero energy community by 2020. What does this really mean? It means that we're going to look at our residential, commercial, and institutional buildings throughout the community and start with energy conservation, because the cheapest thing you can do is reduce the amount of energy you need to run your building.
We're at the Green Building Resource Center in Santa Monica, California, where we have samples of green building products, a library, products and professionals directory, and a lot of information that people can use to learn how to build green in their own homes. We have a lot of actual hands-on samples like this that people can touch and feel. This is a sample of recycled denim insulation. So this actually goes in a wall to promote energy efficiency, and it replaces a fiberglass product that's very dangerous for human health. And there's no way to get rid of the fiberglass. The shards never leave the environment.
Green building is very climate specific. It's very specific to where you're building, because you're trying to reduce the impacts in very many different ways, and it all has to do with what resources you have available to you at the building site. So in Southern California, we have plenty of daylight, we have plenty of sunshine, and it's typically pretty warm. So we try to take advantage of that. We're close to the ocean, so we get a nice cool breeze in the afternoon. So that breeze can be free cooling for us. So if we do those two things right off the bat, we've really reduced our energy needs. Now the downside of the climate is that we don't get a lot of rain. So we really need to be cognizant of using water efficient fixtures, toilets and sinks and showers that use very little water. The wind, unfortunately, isn't very strong in most parts of the Los Angeles area. In a couple canyons and places inland where the wind gets focused, we tend to have enough wind. So we have big wind farms out in the desert, for example. But here in Los Angeles, local small wind generation really isn't a viable option right now, but solar is.
We have done an analysis of the roofscapes in the community, and if we succeed at energy efficiency, we'll be able to generate as much power in Santa Monica from solar as we need to run all of our operations.
Here in the U.S. and across the country and somewhat worldwide, there's a new green building rating system called LEED, Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design.
Our building opened in October 2004, and when we opened, we were the greenest building in the U.S. We were the first building to achieve a LEED Platinum rating. The architects for this building were Moule and Polisoids, who are based here in Pasadena, California. They were inspired by the very few remaining original Santa Monica beach cottages. They wanted to give this building the same feel. And even though this is a wood frame building, we wanted to be very responsible about our use of wood. For example, instead of using wood, they use hardy plank or hardy board, which is made of cement and sawdust. Therefore, you don't have to cut down any additional trees to have this material. The beauty of hardy plank or hardy board is that because it is not wood, it doesn't expand or shrink as wood does, and therefore requires less maintenance. What's special about our building is that we save 60% of energy and 60% of water compared to a conventional commercial building of the same size. And those are significant savings. 20% of our energy needs are met through our solar panels. We have a 3.7 kilowatt system that generates 37.5 kilowatts per day. And the rest of our energy needs are met through wind certificates.
And this rating system rates green buildings, and the higher the rating you get, the better. And it's based on a point system. And there's been a lot of studies that have showed the cost of buildings that qualify as a green building under this rating system. And it ranges from 0% additional cost to 5% additional cost. And most buildings are coming in at 2% or less additional cost to build a building that's green enough to be qualified as a LEED certified building.
So in contrast to your energy declaration, here we require that the seller not only state the energy and water performance of the facility, we actually require that they make the changes to increase performance. Really then making sure that buildings that enter the marketplace are as green as possible. Every business, every individual, every corporation is trying to get a little piece of the green pie right now. And our residents really wanted to know, how do I know if a business is really an environmental or a green business? So we got together with our Chamber of Commerce, our Convention and Visitors Bureau, and our nonprofit partner, Sustainable Works, and developed the Green Business Certification Program. So a third party comes out and verifies that the business is indeed saving energy, saving water, reducing its chemical use, etc. And at the same time, then gives the business a seal and a certification that they can use to say to the community, this is a valid certified green business that's promoting economic development, protecting environmental and public health, and contributing to the overall environmental health of our community.
So what we're seeing now is many surrounding cities, such as the city of Los Angeles, now being willing to take that step forward and to create very ambitious green building programs. So Santa Monica started, and now other local cities are willing to get on board.